Everyone is disposable, but normally it's only the body you dispose of after death. Various methods. Burial, cremation, sky burial that leave a corpse in a high place for vultures to pick at. Mummification with internal organs placed in a canoptic jar, allowing the body to rot before placing the bones in an urn. Funerary rites are immensely varied, not to say fascinating. In our case, we've been disposed of while we're still alive. We're the real article, the walking dead. We're all amateurs at life, really, aren't we? It's not like any of us have been here before. Not to this time, this place, these problems. We don't have the right skills, the right clues. We're like two-dimensional characters in a bad horror movie, drifting from scene to scene, repeating the same moves obsessively, hoping this time something different will happen. Yet damaged as we are, we probably haven't experienced the worst. We don't even know what that could be. The psych doctor calls it graphomania, an obsessive impulse to write. What he doesn't see is that writing changes the world. Records, laws, history is always written by the victors. And when someone in power writes, "Thus shall it be," their minions and followers try to make it happen. Sometimes even just saying the words changes people's perceptions so that things happen anyway. That's why I want to write. The world that's in my head. It's my way of saying, my nightmares are better than your reality. Maybe they can change the future. Here's the thing about horror. Fear makes people excited. Fear in the sense of things out of control. To experience that fear, you have to be drawn into the situation. Care about the outcome. Believe it could have been different, but maybe it couldn't. Why should we believe the psycho, the demon, the spirit, the secret police can control what's going on any more than the victims can? Vern says my scribbling is dangerous. It's a form of words that summons the horror, an incantation. And with your illness, you got words you can't control written all over your fucking room. He's wrong, but he's right. In real life, horror walks up to you in plain sight. You just don't recognise it for what it is until it's too late. It presses a random, personal trigger no one else can understand. The horror's in the incantation, and the thing it triggers is in your brain. My brain. There's an old envelope in my hand. A pen. I write, "Horror in plain sight. The killer is the victim as well as the one he kills. The incantation is the trigger." We're watching a DVD, a serial killer butchering teenage girls. It's amusing. And there's an explosion on the screen, flames. At the same time, from the road outside, chainsaw screech of the bike exhaust, rubber squeal, metallic crump, scraping of metal on tarmac. Then silence on the soundtracks. The soundtrack of the film, the street, the inside of my head. I peer through the window. My head's glued up with images from the DVD, so I'm expecting to see chewed up bodies. Instead, there's drizzle turning light from the street lamps into tiny spots of head-trip glitter. I'm in the road, squinting in the light rain. There's a motorbike on its side. The kid sprawled on his back some way beyond it. It's beyond help. He's had his final nightmare. Back inside the house, Vern's eyes follow me. Eyes shining from inside his skull like the explosions that killed his platoon. He's caressing a pistol, and I'm wondering why I never knew he had that particular defence against nightmares, that particular way of creating them. Vern's reliving a story in his head. The closing credits are rolling on the film. Music with the credits, an operatic aria. Julia's freaking out, struggling to breathe. She once told me about the torture, before she became who she is now. The guy causing the pain told her it made him work better. Operas are mostly about tragedy, aren't they? I grab her inhaler, put it to her mouth, press the button, hope. Her arms stretched out, finger pointing. I follow the direction. Front door's open and Vern's not here. Vern's in the street running for the shadows. As if I could summon up a pen and paper and write the future differently. I still have a pen in one hand, an envelope in the other. The envelope says on it, horror in plain sight. The killer is the victim as well as the one he kills. The incantation is the trigger. I can see it unfolding in front of me, even before the inky black threads run through the darkness, connecting Vern to the muzzles of the cops' guns. Vern's a victim. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong nightmare. But the police are victims too, of the rules and procedures and expectations they bring to the situation. The incantation is one repeated sing-song phrase. Drop the weapon. As if I could summon up a pen and paper and write the future differently. The envelope in my hand is wet. The paper rips under the pressure of the pen. I see inky black threads in the drizzle. I walk towards the cops, hands in the air. Tell them about Julia. She's still living. There's still life, if the inhaler worked. The paramedics should treat her first. The dead can wait. No one asked me if I'm okay. I'm not okay. Towards dawn I wake up and write, felt pen on the wall next to my bed. I write the libretto of an opera whose score is composed in flames, screaming metal and gunshots. The finale is tragic.